Hi, this is Andy Doctor. Right now, I am in front of a LG7797BD dishwasher. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix a very typical problem. And honestly, the problem applies to any make and model, not just LG dishwasher. And I will tell you a story behind this dishwasher, which hopefully will change your mindset on any kind of repair, not just dishwasher repair, appliance repair, home repair, car repair, everything. And at the end of this video, I will even tell you something that could save you a tons of money. And I'm not talking about DIY projects either. It's something totally different. So hopefully you can stay until the end and learn something very useful from me and save a tons of money. Okay, so let's get started. Let's say that you have your dishwasher and unfortunately it doesn't clean the dishes well anymore, and maybe especially the second rack or the third rack. Now, of course, the first thing you want to do is that you want to make sure that all those holes on the spray arm are clean and clear, and not just the lower one like this, the upper one also, everything. And also, you need to make sure that this filter is clean. Now, to take out the filter is different by different model. For this one though, it's really easy, and most of them are easy. You can just turn it and unlock it, and then it can just come out. You want to make sure that it is entirely clean here and here. If not, use soap and water to clean it. I actually have an old video showing you how to do it, so I'm not going to repeat that. I will put the link in the description, by the way. But let's say everything looks clean, but the dishes are not clean. What should you do? Well, you need to realize one thing. You need to know how dishwasher actually work. Basically, there is a circulation pump, and the pump will run, and it will pump water through all those spray arms. Again, this is the lower one, but the upper one also. Now, the system need to be watertight. Otherwise, the water will leak internally. I'm not talking about leak to your floor. I'm talking about inside the dishwasher, something that you couldn't see, obviously. In that case, the water pressure is not going to be high, and of course, it will not clean your dishes well. So in other words, within this arm, there got to be certain kind of gasket. And if the gasket is broken, it's not going to do a good job. And so this part is something you should check, but unfortunately, a lot of people will ignore it, including myself actually. I learned something myself recently, which is part of the story that I am going to tell you later in this video. So anyway, how do you take it out? Well, for this model, in fact, is one of the more difficult ones. You see there are screws hole here, 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 and here. And I still leave some screws over there just to show you. I already removed most of the screws and loose all of them. Obviously, you need a screwdriver and just take them out. I assume you know how to take screws out, right? So I'm just going to use finger to take this one out because I already loosened it. So this is one of them. And there's another one on this side I already removed. So because of that, this arm can come out. And you see there is a gasket here. This one is good, but you need to make sure that things like this are good, okay? So I'm going to remove this screw, that screws. And by the way, all the screws on this model are the same except this one. This is the shorter one. So when you do something, you want to be sure that, hey, you don't mix up the screws, etc. For this one, it's easy, but other one may be more difficult, and want to put them somewhere safe. And obviously, I'm going to remove this one, and this one will come off. Now, this arm, the water go to the top, and it just grab out that like that. Okay, and now you can take this cover off. This is actually called the diverter motor cover. So I'm going to take it out. And here, there is a gasket. You need to make sure that this gasket is not broken, it's not in pieces, otherwise it's not going to work well. Okay, so for these ones, as it comes out, there was no gasket here. and just putting a gasket into it fixed the problem entirely. Now, unfortunately, you could not buy this gasket by itself. You have to buy this whole piece. Luckily, it's not way too expensive. It's something like less than $50 from Amazon. I will give you a link to Amazon in the description. So if you happen to have the same model, LG7797BD, then you can just click the link and buy the exact same one. If you have other model though, then well, you need to look and make sure you don't buy a incorrect one. Okay, so that sounds easy, right? Now, what's the story behind this video? I just told you there is a story behind it. This dishwasher is actually not mine. It belonged to a co-worker of one of my friends. Okay, so obviously, her dishwasher didn't do a good job. She hired a repair guy, and the repair guy came in and say, oh, you know what, you need to replace the diverter motor, which is under the dishwasher, and I'm pretty sure it will cost a couple $100 at the very least. Well, after that, it became even worse. So before the so-called repair, at least the arm can rotate, and the upper and the lower arm can rotate. Now, if you ask, how do I know? Well, if the arm sit at the same positions, start and finish, that means it doesn't rotate. Let's say, before you start it, you check the arm look like this. When you finish, they'll look like this. Most likely, it didn't rotate. So after the so-called repair, the arm could not even rotate. It made it even worse. So at that moment, that gentleman, the repair guy, suggests her to get a new dishwasher and get rid of this one. And she gave it to me for free. Okay. Now, it took me a long time to figure out the problem, honestly tell you. I checked all the electrical. Everything's fine. But indeed, the spray arm don't rotate. And I could not figure out what's going on until 3 days ago. I was running and I suddenly realized, I remember this part. There was no seal. So I came back. I get a seal. In fact, I did not get a seal. I get the whole piece. Remember, you could not buy the seal. It fixed. The arm rotate like crazy, and the dishes are clean. And then I realized what's going on. So in order to replace the diverter motor, obviously he have to take this one out and then put them back in. And for whatever reason, he did not put the seal back. He threw it away because when I got it, there's no seal. And that's why the spray arm did not rotate up. And because his mistake, he wasted somebody's entire dishwasher, and of course, he still charged the labor. So horrible, totally horrible. And that's my story. Now, the take-home message here, though, by the way, is that some of the repair guys out there are not good at all. They are not qualified, and they just destroy one item after another. This is a clear mistake. In fact, I have another video. I will put the link in the description also. That one belonged to my friend Mike, another dishwasher. Somebody also totally say it is broken. You could not keep it anymore. It was a super easy fix. Now, unfortunately, it really took me a long time to figure this one out, because when some people throw away part, how would you know there was a part out there, right? So I give myself an excuse, but I obviously learned something. Definitely that next time, this is the location I want to check first, other than anything else. But anyhow, that is the story. So I hope that you enjoy the story and learn something really useful. So what else I want to tell you? Remember, I told you that I will tell you something will allow you to save a ton of money. Okay, if you like this video, there's one request I want you to do, please. We have a website. Please check it. The link is in the description. And also typing on this video. It's a website dedicated for big discount at Amazon.com. We'll provide you with information for thousands of items with big discount. It's divided in category, and you can search. For example, you can search for OBD2, And you see a few items and they all have pretty good discount. Many of them are 50% or more. Or we can search for backup power. You see that? Or we can search for shoes. So it really have anything. So check it out. And if you find something good, make sure buy it, obviously, because discount don't last forever. This is a new website. We need traffic. So if you like this video, please go visit and make sure you search, because if you don't search, you may not see the item you like. We have literally thousands of them. It's not easy to find. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you really learned something useful from me today. If so, make sure again check out our website, and if you could please like this video, or even better, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Save money. Bye bye.